Hi, everybody. If you're not already, you probably will soon be immersed in preparing your students to take end of grade and end of course tests. And if you're like me, you are concerned about a couple of things. Number one, gosh, it's hella boring. And it also feels kind of mercenary that you are just creating really good test takers who don't do a whole lot of thinking or analyzing or authentic reading or anything like that. And so I wanted to share with you a couple of options that you can use where you're still preparing them to approach these standardized bubble shaped tests, but that you are also encouraging them to think. And a lot of people think that rigor and engagement are diametric opposites, that they are mutually exclusive. And my feeling is that if you want to raise rigor, you must raise engagement. This is not an either or, this is a both and. And the best way, probably the easiest way to raise engagement is to withhold information. Once you give kids the answer, they stop thinking, they stop engaging. They either got it right or they got it wrong. You also, if by withholding information, you encourage them to inquire because they don't know yet whether they are right or they are wrong. And you evoke thinking from them, not guessing and not just good test taking. So how do we do this? First, you have to do a little bit of reading. I apologize. It can't be avoided. The questions that I'm going to be giving you are from a short essay, well, an excerpt from a longer essay called Meet the Moai. And I've given you a URL that you can click on and put me on pause. Go ahead and read this essay and then come back and we'll move on. Did you enjoy it? Excellent. So the first thing that you can do is that you can give your kids the questions, but take away the answer choices. Black them out before you photocopy or transfer I don't know how you do it if you're doing computer mediated stuff, but provide them with the questions and have them then construct the answer choice. Okay, so you have effectively taken a forced choice question, which is kind of minimally difficult, and turned it into a short answer or constructed response question. So once they commit something to paper, have your students think, pair, share, then maybe the pairs pair up and then solicit the responses that you got from the entire class. Have people agree on one, maybe two answers. Only then do you reveal the answer choices and then let them decide which of those answer choices most closely matches what they wrote. Okay, so for example, here, what's the answer to why does the author include the sentence below from paragraph 3, then in the distance, I saw the distinct outline of giant heads. So go ahead and commit to a response. Either write it down or say it out loud so that you can't lie to yourself. I don't care if you lie to me, that's fine. It won't be the first time. And then advance to the next slide. Of all of these answer choices, which one most closely matches what you said or wrote? You're dying to know, I know, right? Yes. What do you think? It's B. Did you say B? Give yourself a hand. So let's try another one. How does the author unfold her ideas about Easter Island? Probably the most difficult part of this question is the use of the word unfold, which, you know what, I'm not going to tell you what it means. Okay. Which of these matches the answer that you constructed? She addresses each aspect of the island as she experienced it, right? She has the scene at the airport, then she's got some statistics and historical background, then the scene in her hotel room, and again, statistics and historical background. And clearly the word unfold is another word for organize. So add that to your word wall. You can also give them answer choices and circle the correct answer choice and have the students then construct the questions. Once again, do their think, pair, share, some sort of think aloud, and finally reveal the question. This gets them thinking like a test designer, right? Kind of backwards, reverse engineering the questions, because they not only have to consider the one answer choice, but they also have to consider how every single other answer choice could be the plausible correct response, right? There's rarely a so totally wrong answer that it just leaps out at you. Let's take a gander at this set of answers, with the correct one being very little is known about the Moai's history on Easter Island. But then the three choices below that are also possibilities. What question makes sense? Write that down, commit to it. Put me on pause if you need to. The question is, what's an objective summary of the selection? Many of you got that right. Many of you were like, what? Oh, but that was so obvious. Yeah. Try another one. D, the scene at the airport captures the reader's interests and makes them want to keep reading. Again, don't neglect the other answer choices as possibilities, plausible responses. The question is, what's the purpose of beginning the selection with dialogue and then moving to geographical and statistical information? So I hope you can see how withholding either the questions or the answers from your students is one way of getting them to engage more with the passage rather than with trying to game the test or figure out some trick. All right, so because we want our kids to be strong readers, we want them to be able to answer the questions correctly, but that's not the goal, right? That's how we measure the goal. The goal is we want them to be strong and careful readers. If you would like more information, or if you'd like to get in touch with me, please contact me via email or on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube. I also have a Facebook page called Teaching Up. In addition, my book is available on Amazon. It's all about getting your kids to engage in more things like the Think, Pair, Share I've recommended earlier. I hope this helps. Happy testing.